Welcome to The Good with Theresa G. Every season begins and ends here in Montana, but between those moments, who knows where we'll go? Together, we'll explore conversations that invite us to see ourselves, each other, and this beautiful human experience a little differently. We'll talk about healing, relationships, purpose, consciousness, and nature, and what it means to live a more connected life. Some conversations may challenge what we think we know. Others may remind us of something we've always known deep down. My hope is that each episode leaves us with something tangible, a new perspective, a seed of possibility, a spark of curiosity, or simply a reminder that there is goodness all around us if we're willing to look for it. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome. Today feels really special because this conversation is with someone who genuinely feels like soul family to me. And today my guest is Em Eades.
Eades, yeah.
I've never even known your last name till today.
Okay, that was perfect.
Isn't that weird? That's weird. Also known as Wild with Em, she's one of those people who can move from deep conversations about life, death, healing, faith, and transformation straight into laughing or dancing. And that's literally what I love so much about her. She describes herself as cheeky, a little irreverent, firmly embodied, feral, whimsical, and deeply devoted to human connection. And honestly, that's how she feels when you're around her. She's authentically herself, and I love that about her. Thank you so much for meeting me in the field today.
Thank you. This is beautiful.
It's like the field of dreams, right?
Yeah.
The field of dreams. We're sitting in it. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
it feels perfect.
I feel like we should start with how we first met in person because I don't even know if you remember.
I can't remember.
Oh,
actually.
okay. So you recognized me on Main Street.
That's right.
Like literally made me feel sort of like famous or something. I don't know. For a moment, I was like, oh my gosh. But you came up and you said, Theresa Gabrielle, and I'm like, yes.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, because I knew of you through my fiance's family.
Yep.
And I guess maybe I was following you on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yep. And then that was one of those events downtown. Yeah, and I saw you.
Yeah. It was so it was so random. And mostly we did get to know each other on Instagram. Mostly though, huh?
Yeah.
Even though we're like deeply connected with all the people in our community, are like intertwined. But we've gotten to know each other really well over Instagram, and it's just been amazing.
Oh, yeah. Right? And there's a reason, right? A reason. The move was a reason to be here, to find my tribe, my family, soul family.
I want to start off with your connecting people. Okay. So, because this is a deep part of her essence, and it's really quite phenomenal. So, what is it? Why do you think you naturally love to connect people?
Well, I would start with I love love. So I really like to connect people intimately. Relationships was where I started, I think, like years ago. It was an exciting thing to have a friend here and a friend over here. And I'm like, ooh, I think that they should meet. And that was always fun. I love love. And so I love to see.
And then how did it work out?
Not always great.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Not always great.
All right. So you're like, you love love, but you're not exactly a matchmaker.
I love love. No, I would say that, I'm not a great matchmaker. It seems to work out at first.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And then, Theresa, I have to say, this is a little segue, but I think I might be a deliverer of this is your medicine. I feel like sometimes, I think that's like the connections in the past year, the love matches that I've made in the past year for people, they've been together for months, and then there's like a medicine between them that needs to happen, like a mirror. So I'm just going to say I'm the...
Yes, I love that because honestly, people come in and out for what we need at the time.
Yes,
right?
yeah, and I think that was the medicine. But and then I started these full moon dinners once I got here because I moved across the country. I never really had community like I do here, and when I moved here, I started off with these small full moon dinners, and then they became big, and at one point we had like 65 people, which was amazing. And I feel
like at New Year's last year you had way more than 65. Okay.
Well,
that was a lot of people.
It was a lot of people.
She's like such a great gatherer of community.
Yeah, and Thank you. And yeah, so they started off with my need for community and networking, and then people would start to like reach out to me via Instagram. Hey, can you invite me to the next one? People I didn't know.
Oh,
I'm like, sure.
just from watching you?
Watching the Instagram
See,
stories.
that's social media at its best, honestly, right?
Right.
Or basically, we're social media at our best. Our friendship is social media at its best, frankly.
Yeah, so people were reaching out, and then so then it has built, and it's like my different sets of communities. Like, and were you there when I did my little speech the other night for my birthday? And I said my village is here, my tribe is here, my coven is here, and those are different groups that I have. Those are the threads on the on the phone. That's what the name of them. Mystical Mistresses, and so each one of them coming together, and there are overlaps. But I like the networking. I like building community. I like introducing people to one another and for them to then network and it to spill over. Really fun.
Think that you're really good at that because also like when I go to your events, I feel like I'm part of this soul family group. Like you've done all the work and gathered us all together. And I know that most of the people there I'm just going to love.
Yeah.
You know?
Hope so.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's magic. You're bringing together great energy. And she just celebrated her birthday. And you had a whole DJ, a static dance. We were dancing. It was like literally on the night of the full moon. So we're outside dancing with this fabulous music and lights, and then the full moon came up.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was magic.
Yeah, I felt like that was a special one because I do these full moon dinners monthly, mostly during the summer months, and then the fact that my birthday fell on the full moon, I had to do something.
It was like perfect.
I had to do something, especially with the DJ.
Yeah, the
really
DJ was amazing.
So much fun.
Amazing.
I wish we could do it all the time.
What do you think, like, because you're gathering all this community, what do you think people are hungry for right now?
I mean, connection. People are really starving for connection. I don't know anyone right now in my circles that isn't, quote unquote, going through something pretty difficult, hard. So these dinners, this connection that I have with people, I'm hoping it brings some joy, some energy, some life to them. To connect them. And it is, the connection, it is amazing to see people from different parts of my life come together, and then they leave exchanging numbers, and then maybe going out after this and connecting further, doing work together, things like this.
It's been fun for me because her fiance, I've known his fiance and his family. He has 3 brothers and his mom and dad. I've known them since I feel like since I was born. I've seen more of them since you entered the mix than I usually ever see them. So it's been so great in that aspect too.
I think that's kind of fun too. And I feel like you're not the only one who said that.
Oh,
I feel like there are other people that they haven't, in their life who they've seen more of now that I'm, that connector.
Yeah, so that's amazing. So, and I'm sorry that I have to look at this, but do podcasters look at notes? I don't know, maybe I'll get better, but I'm going to warm up, and this is why I'm with my dear soul sister, and she has patience for this. So,
patience, no judgment. It's a no judgment zone, judgment free.
Oh yeah, so I want to talk about your health journey and how that sort of changed your life. If you could sort of tell us like a
brief synopsis.
Yes, brief synopsis.
So, actually on my way here, I had vertigo. I actually had vertigo for about 7 or 8 years, almost every day. I won't go into all of it. One doctor after another was saying, it's anxiety. Yes, it's anxiety. I'm anxious because I'm having vertigo. What is the root of it? I finally found a really great endocrinologist. Anyway, we got into it. He helped me out, and I felt better within about 3 weeks. And it was food related for me. It was food related. In the middle of all of this, I found spirituality. And then COVID happened. And so I spent a heck of a lot of time in the corner of my sofa reading all sorts of books.
But this was before you moved here?
Yeah. So this was before I moved here. Yeah, this was before I moved here. I spent a lot of time just trying to figure out what was going on, what I needed to do. It also prompted me to go back to school, and I went back to school for nutritional psychology. So a little bit different than what I was dealing with, but just an amazing...
And the nutritional psychology happened because symptoms were based on food,
yes,
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the nutritional psychology, I was talking to a guy that I was dating at the time, and I was like, I wish there was something that you could do nutrition and psychology and put it together. And so he Googled it. Turns out there was. And so I started school. I was in school for a long time. I was actually headed towards my PhD, quit that. So no longer in school. I feel like I've gotten the knowledge that I needed to share. And then, I started getting better, way better. And then I took a big old move to Montana. And I think that part of my healing, or I know that part of my healing journey is going back to the community, just being with this community that's here. I found so many amazing, like soul family that we talked about. And that's been deeply healing for me. Yeah, deep, not just the food, but the community's been deeply, deeply healing.
It tends to do that, community. Mm-hmm. If you're around the right community that supports your soul, right?
Yeah, it does. It does.
But so I know that I've asked you this before, but what is the nutritional psychology?
So it is food, the food that we eat. It's the way that it affects for me, it was mostly working with the brain, how it affects our brain and then in turn the body. So like the serotonin reuptake. I worked with a lot of clients, not a lot of clients, but I had clients who had ADHD, who had anxiety, depression, and just working with them with certain foods that could
take care of it?
Yeah, well, that one could help them, but also in turn needed to take away. So for me, for instance, it was at the time, it was dairy, it was gluten, it was dark chocolate, red wine, smoked meats.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
I don't think people realize about the side effects of smoked meats, but
no, and it
puts my daughter in extreme migraines, like right away.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I was eating this all the time, every night, because I was working in a winery. So at the end of the shift, we would have a glass of wine and then a cheese board. So it had bread and cheese. And so anyway, so I worked with a lot of clients to help them kind of alleviate, not get rid of. Some of those are harder and deeper things to get into, but alleviate the symptoms, and just by food, which sounds so easy.
No, I mean, I believe it, because I have certain foods that do very weird things to me.
Yeah. And so the psychology part, is what it does to the brain. 95, there's differing opinions on it, but 95% of your serotonin is in your gut. And so if we can heal the gut and the inflammation with some of the foods that we're eating and bring in different foods, then it can help up in the mind, in the brain. And
are you offering like consults about that, or?
No.
Okay. She's not offering consults, so do not call her for that.
No.
She's happy to talk about it, though.
I'm happy to talk. Yeah. I'm happy to talk about it. When I moved to Montana, I made the choice to remove myself from that position. I just didn't want to.
It was a good chapter, and
it was a great chapter. And then I felt like I was done with it.
So with that journey, was there a moment that things shifted for you because your health and your body and the integration of both?
Sorry, go a little deeper. Ask me another follow-up question.
Was there a moment where you just sort of had the aha moment that how your body and your nutrition and your health was just so integrated? Was it when you were with your endocrinologist?
Yeah, that's exactly when I was with him, and I in the office with him, and he told me I was very sick. He said,
That's never good to hear.
No, it's never good to hear. He said, you're very sick, and I can help you.
Well, that's a good thing to hear.
Yeah, and I can help you.
Because that's not always followed with that.
It wasn't followed with that for 7 years.
Yeah.
It took 7 years to get to that point. So I would say that was a big aha moment, and also for me, the simplicity of it. The simplicity of it.
That it was food.
Wild. Yeah. The fact that I had 5 or 6 different things that needed to go away, and then he gave me supplements to bring in, and I would tell you, within 15 days, I felt almost 100% better. And in 30 days, I lost 15 pounds of inflammation.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That was one of my big symptoms, was I had 30 pounds of inflammation on my body. Yeah.
I mean, food, I don't want to get on a soapbox, but I think that a lot of people don't recognize how much food affects your overall well-being. And the only reason why I know is because I'm like a canary in a coal mine, right? And I'll eat something and I'll just get so weird. And so I have to notice, like I have to walk through life noticing, oh, okay, like I ate that. That's probably why I'm dealing with a certain symptom right
absolutely.
now.
Yeah, that's I got to be honest. I went to a restaurant yesterday. I did not eat the healthiest, and that's probably why I have vertigo today. But it was delicious.
I mean, all in moderation, though.
Yeah,
like all in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Yeah, everything in moderation. And the knowing is like, okay, I don't feel that great today. I'll feel better tomorrow. It will go through my body. I think that's helpful.
And I know the things to do. I know the things to do too.
She's been chugging water. So, right?
I'm floating. They're floating.
And so healing your body through that, was there anything that beyond the physical that changed with you?
Oh, I mean, it was a whole complete shift with everything. Everything shifted. Like I said, I spent time sitting on my sofa when I didn't feel well, reading all of these books, but everything shifted. So it was like, it was a dual, right? It was physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. Everything shifted at the same time. So it was for the good or for growth or? Yes. Yeah. Amazing. It was everything all at once. It's super interesting, right? And I think that happens a lot with people too. Like when they have health journeys, they find the spirituality or maybe religion in life. And for me, it was spirituality, and because it tied together. It tied together, and everything shifted at once. And that was about 2019. I could be exact. I could tell you the moment.
I know we sort of did the same sort of thing, but so time-wise.
Okay.
Like with healing and stuff. But yeah, there was, this is a random thing to say, but I remember when I was my sickest, I like came outside and there was this huge angel over my outside table. And I just have to say that I think that when I was super ill, I gained so much spirituality because my body was sort of failing me and I couldn't. And so I had to go inward. And in that, I found great wisdom just inside myself. So I think the message here, though, is that if you're struggling or you're sick right now, there's great awakening that can happen and you can get better. And it's very possible that you will get better. And with that, you'll enter the world in like a whole new powerful stage and a better understanding of your journey and why you're here. So, Okay. Well, let's jump to, so I love this story. We have to tell this story. Yeah, you're like, I didn't run these questions, story? But I want to talk about faith. Okay. It's a perfect segue. Okay. And before I do that, I just want to make sure we are still recording because wouldn't that be terrible? So thank you. We're just sorry. This is how it is. This is how it is for now.
This is life.
Yeah, until we,
this is authenticity.
It's real.
Yeah.
I know. There's no fakeness going. I'll even
no bells.
Cover my bra for you.
No bells, no whistles. There are bells.
There are bells because we had to clear the space, right? Okay. I want to talk about faith because the way she moved here sort of like puts me into a wild space, right? Because I'm such a planner and everything. But now I'm like, maybe I just need to go with that. So the faith, I want to talk and ask you about the faith. Like, what does that faith feel like? Well, first tell the story about how you chose to move here to Montana.
Okay. COVID had completed its course. The lockdowns were done. My kids decided they wanted to go to California. We lived in New York at the time. They wanted to go to California to get residency, to go to college. So they're going to go live with their dad. And I was like, well, what do? I'm not from New York. And Ohio is where I'm from originally. Didn't feel appealing at the time. And so I was like, I pulled out a map. I had visited here once. I shouldn't complete that.
Okay.
I had visited here once in May of the same year, and it was the end of May. It was stunning. It's wildflower season. It's gorgeous here. It was like utopia perfection.
Right.
But I'd visited once, and I pulled out the map, and I was like, Montana sounds great. Bozeman looks good. I knew nothing. I'd visited once. It was beautiful. And so I thought, I'll try it. I also didn't know everyone else in the country was moving here at the same time.
I know, right?
I didn't know it.
It was very popular then.
Yeah, it was really wild. And I packed up I was really actually very proud of myself. Because I am a planner. I just went, boop, that's where I'm going to go. I knew nothing about it. I knew one person here. And I don't like driving. And I drove myself.
How long was that?
Oh, I don't even know. It took 3 full days.
Oh my gosh.
It took 3 full days. It's beautiful though. The route I took from New York is absolutely stunning. Got to see Mount Rushmore. You know, I've never seen Mount Rushmore. It's beautiful. It was just a gorgeous trip. And then fire season, so we were coming in August, and so it got smoky in South Dakota, but there was a sunflower field. It was massive just along the highway. It was just really inviting, very gorgeous. But I packed up my car, packed up a U-Haul, and drove myself across the country with my youngest. And yeah, it was absolutely wild. There are other little details that I can tell, that I can divulge. I don't know if I've told you these bits and pieces about my mom.
Oh, yes. Oh,
like
yes.
Kind of
yes.
giving.
Please do.
Okay.
Because that sort of moves us next.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell us that.
So there are other little pieces to this. So I did just choose this place out of the blue and packed myself up. So proud of myself because I don't like to drive. I don't even like to drive around across town. And I drove myself halfway, 3/4 across the country.
I mean, the power.
Right?
Yeah, the faith. The faith.
It was, yes, it was. Yeah, it was all, on a whim and some faith. In the middle of all of this packing.
Have a little faith. Isn't that a song?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No.
All right.
This is great. In the middle of all this packing and getting ready, it was a very, very stressful time. My parents were both very sick and failing health-wise. And then my mom passed fairly suddenly. And it's hard, very hard. That woman she was my person. And in the middle of all of that, it was like a blessing, right? Also, it was a gift because my dad was too far gone with dementia, so he wouldn't have known when I was going to come and visit. And it was like a gift from my mom because she passed, like I said, in the middle of all of the packing. And it was like, go, go, explore, go be wild. And so I packed up her things. I got the house sold for all of the, everything I needed to do for them. Got my dad in a nursing home. Which
that's a lot.
It's a lot.
It was a lot emotionally and physically.
Oh, by the time I got here, I was a wreck. Mm-hmm. I was an absolute wreck. And the doctor actually who saw me because I was having heart palpitations gave me a huge hug.
Yes.
It was a mess.
Yes.
That's a whole nother podcast. It's a lot.
Yeah.
So, but when I stop from New York to Montana, I stop on a weekend to sell my parents' house in the middle of this move. In the middle of the move to sell my parents' house. And
you were signing all the documents?
Yeah.
Or? Okay.
Yeah.
You were closing.
We had a huge...
the realtor in me is like,
yeah.
You sold it in a weekend?
No, we had... Yeah, sorry.
That's a great realtor. Good job.
No, it was what's the word this is also part of the journey. What's the word I'm looking for?
It is part of the journey.
It is part of the journey. Mm-hmm. What's the word I'm looking for? You
closed?
No, we didn't, because we didn't sell it. We had a...
You had a... Oh, did you have like one of those things, like an auction?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, auction!
This is part of the journey, kids.
Yes, it is.
Brain fog.
Just wait.
Okay.
Just wait.
So thank you. That's so funny because on the way here, I was like, I know I'm going to blank on some words. So, okay, we had an auction.
I blanked.
We auctioned off the house and we auctioned off all of its contents.
Oh, wow.
And my parents...
In one weekend?
It was awful. It was absolutely awful.
How is that emotionally, though, like to auctioning your...
Well, it was my entire childhood.
Yeah.
It was my entire... My mom didn't throw anything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm segueing totally.
Did you feel your parents there with you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And your mom?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell the story? Like, didn't you go upstairs?
So that's the part
I want to hear this story.
That's the part I was trying to get to.
I want you to hear this story, yeah.
So during the auction, the house is empty, completely void of all furniture, and I decided to go in and say goodbye to the house. This was, my childhood home. And so I go to each room. And I, say a little something. And I get to my bedroom and there's something shining on the carpet. And I'm like, what is that? And so I go over to it and it's something I actually thought I had in my possession. I thought it was packed in the car, but it was a Tiffany little like locket charm kind of thing, and it had my mom's name on it. It said Mimi.
Oh my. And that's like weird because the whole house is empty.
The whole house is empty. And also I thought I had packed it. I could have sworn I had it already and packed it in New York, and I didn't unpack anything when I got to Ohio. So there's this little charm in the middle of my green carpeted bedroom, and it said Mimi. And I was like, okay, all right, Mom, I see you. I hear you. I see you. And so I'm continuing on the journey of saying goodbye to the rooms. And we had a couple different attics. There's this part of the attic, and I was like, why would I go in there? We've never had a single thing in there. It was a breezeway attic, I guess they call it. We never used it. And I thought, all right, no, you're going to say goodbye to every part of the house. So I went in there, I opened the door, and there's a basket on the floor, like one you would have like blankets in. And there's papers, and I'm kind of rummaging through it. I'm like, this is really weird. And I'm digging through. My parents traveled a ton, and so there's like all these travel brochures from different cities. And I find a bag, and I'm starting to see things from where I know I'm about to head. And I see things for like South Dakota, and I see things for Montana, and I see things for Bozeman, Montana. And I'm like, okay, this is weird.
Did you even know they went?
No.
Okay.
No. And I'm like, well, this is weird. And so I dig further. I'm like, these are brochures from all the places that, where
you're going.
And I dig further. And my mom wrote everything. She kept journals for everything. And then I open up, those, what are they, the 5-star, what are they called? The 5-star journals we had in school. And I opened it up. It's from 1995. And it talks about the exact trip that I'm about to take from Columbus, Ohio to Bozeman, Montana. And I was like, well,
they're like, Mom.
I'm always surprised by these things, but also not surprised.
Yeah,
right. This is faith, right? It's where faith comes in too.
Have a little faith.
Have a little faith. So it was, and she wrote about all this stuff. And so I had actually, before my mom passed, I put my dad, sounds terrible, put my dad in the nursing home, I had decided to take a felt hat of his. I have it hanging in my house here. And so this is like maybe 6 months before all of this. I take this felt hat and I wear it every once in a while. Reading through the journal, he had that felt hat made at a store in Bozeman, Montana.
Oh my gosh. You didn't tell me that.
Okay, yeah.
That's like...
Yeah.
So that's wild.
So I have it hanging up here, and I was wearing it, for those 6 months before I found this. And so I tried to take, it's really funny, I tried to take that same exact trip and tried to stay in some of those hotels that they stayed in. They're not so great after that many years. So I gave up real quickly.
You're like, no, this is not where we're at anymore.
We tried real hard, but it didn't quite work. So, but we did try to stop at like some of the things and some of the restaurants. Some were there, and it was wild. And it was really interesting. No, I didn't know they had taken the trip. I knew they lived out west, they would call it, but I did not know they had taken a trip to Bozeman.
That's wild.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that was in that room.
Synchronicity.
Yes.
It's like literally like your mom sending you a message.
Yeah. And
Is that how you felt?
Oh, completely. I knew it was from her, and I have to mention again, she was no longer living at this time.
Yeah.
And they didn't know I was moving to Montana.
And her chime bracelet. Or was that the bracelet? Was it a bracelet?
It was just a charm.
A charm. Her charm, like it's almost like a perfect story, right? Where she's leaving you the...
And it was like, and I say again, her death, I have a very different view of death now. And her death
We're going to talk about that.
Was a gift. It was a go be wild.
Actually, can we just talk about that?
Sure.
And also, because you are wild with them on Instagram, if you want to find her. But we both have I'm just going to be clear. If we have an Instagram problem, okay, because we're both public, right? But we both if you follow us and you're not giving us the best of vibes, we will block you. So just, I don't even know. Maybe I'll edit that out. But honestly,
I will delete you.
Yeah, we will delete you.
I will delete you.
So
don't take it personal.
We're always soul family is the vibe, right? So I don't know. I just had someone follow me who was fascinating. They were moving things with their hands or whatever, but they had a mask on. So I was like, that's a bye.
The moving, that's cool. No.
Yeah. I was like, that's really cool, but take the, show up, show up.
Yes.
Show up. If you're magic, show up. I want to see your magic. I show my magic. Yeah. I want to see your magic. Okay. So let's move on to death. And I want to say, well, first of all, let's talk about your mom, or should we talk about our philosophy on death? Because we have sort of a similar. Well, actually, your mom is a great integration.
She's a great
movement into that. Yeah.
Yeah, she is a great because it shifted with her.
Yeah.
It shifted a little bit with her.
So tell us that journey,
death. I don't know, and I don't know a lot about like how close you are with death. I'm pretty close with death, actually, and I have to admit, I have a fear of the way I'm going to die.
Interesting.
I need to see. I
guess I do too, in a way.
Yeah,
in a way, I do. Like it depends on. Yeah.
Right.
I don't want to be sitting in. Like I don't want to be sitting. I don't want to have like years of turmoil before death. Like just kill me. Just let me die, like instantly.
Kind of what my mom said. Take me out back and shoot me.
Yeah, please.
Both my parents went in their sleep so peacefully.
I feel like that's
arms crossed,
the goal.
so peaceful. Yes, I have a little bit of there's some fear of how, but death itself does it no longer the what is beyond no longer scares me because I know there is something else than this.
Yes.
So we can talk about that because it didn't.
And I agree with that.
Yeah. So with my mom passing, man, it was a tough one. That was really, really hard. Like I said, we were so close, very, very close. I knew she was going, but I thought I had time. I think that's like
we always do.
We feel like we have time.
Yeah.
I got a really strange phone call in March of. I got a really strange phone call in March of 2021.
I feel like she's with us right now. So
she probably. Oh yeah.
She's right
she
here.
Absolutely is because she's here.
She's just like
And when I refer to her, sometimes I'll say here.
She's like right there.
Yeah, she's right here.
Okay.
She's like,
Yay.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
She says, hey. Hey, what's up? No.
See that you have it in a field and they come. Everyone comes. Like
we're surrounded.
We are.
We're surrounded.
We did call them in. But, but
we were and they're frolicking.
Yeah.
We were surrounded. So in March of 2021, I got a really strange phone call. My mom was talking about my brother. I have two brothers. One is deceased. She was talking about my deceased brother, which we're going to see.
So just to summarize, the whole set just fell apart as we talked about all the people on the other side here surrounding us.
This is what I talk about. Perfectly imperfect.
Yep. And the wind came in, so hopefully you can hear us okay, but we're going to continue. Okay. Let's talk about death. Okay. We love to talk about death.
Yeah.
It's something we both are okay with talking about, and we talk about.
And I didn't used to be that way. It's since like my close family has passed. Like with each family member, I've gotten like a closer and closer relationship with death. So I'll go back to my mom a little bit. So the weird phone call in March of 2021, she's talking all sorts of weird nonsense. And I'm like, okay. And she's talking about my deceased brother, how she's going to have lunch with him. I'm like,
okay, that's a sign.
So I immediately get in the car.
She's listening.
Yeah. And I drive 8 hours to go, what the heck? And I walk in the house and my parents are this big, beautiful house. And it's usually really well kept. And it was unkempt.
Okay.
Yeah. And so.
I mean, but what, was she dealing with the illness that you knew of or?
We didn't know. No, I thought because she'd either been keeping it together when we were on phone calls and FaceTimes.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything was going on with my mom at all.
Okay.
No, my dad he had a stroke in 2017, so I knew. It was hard to decipher though between whether he's having stroke symptoms or dementia. They felt they appeared very similar.
They do.
Yeah. So he was failing, though pretty good physically. Actually, very good physically. Still driving wild. My mom apparently was having some things I was unaware of. So I go to visit, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I get all sorts of appointments for her. Anyway, I'll try to keep this briefer. And when I'm there, during this visit, it was going to be 4 days turned into 4 weeks. And the first day I get there, my dad has a very coherent moment. And he's like, I think it's time to go south. And I was kind of like, wait, what? Well, my parents understood each other. And my mom said, to the nursing home? And he said, yeah. And I was like, whoa, because I didn't think that was going to happen ever.
Wow.
I didn't think I was ever going to be able to get them.
He was saying that he needed to go, or they both needed to go?
They both needed to go.
Okay.
I think it's time for us.
That's a great moment, because I've dealt with a lot of people who fight that.
Yes, I ran with it. I ran with it.
You're like, let's
go.
I'm here.
Yeah, I was immediately on the phone. And so actually in these 4 weeks that I turned from 4 days to 4 weeks to spend with them, a lot of stuff happens, but I get them moved into a nursing home. But my mom has these moments where she starts talking about having lunch with my brother again. And then, and she seems, outwardly, she seems fine. My siblings.
But I mean, that's because her brother died.
Yes. Yeah. My oldest brother has passed. And so.
And now he's bringing in the wind.
He's bringing
so
the
hopefully
wind.
You can hear the story.
Yeah. we'll see. Might be going behind us. So she's then talking about her parents as well. Like, where are my parents? I was supposed to meet them for lunch. I'm like, okay, something's happening. So I reached out to my family members and I said, you need to see.
Did you know that instinctively that something was happening? Because they say, like the shamans and say that, you know, your family that's passed surrounds you as you get ready to pass. Did you know that instinctively?
So I knew that instinctively also because I saw this in her dad, my grandfather.
Okay.
When he passed, he was starting to like talk to people.
Yeah.
But again, my grandfather seemed like he was sick, right? My mom, if you had seen her you would have thought she was fine. Maybe saying some kooky stuff now and again, but she was also very silly.
And there was nothing to make you think she was going to be sick or die or anything.
No, she seemed healthy. Yeah. She looked good. She seemed good. So this again is like, we're in April now and I'm telling my family they need to come visit. You need to come visit. Something's happening. So my mom, seemingly okay, not okay. And so she starts talking about a bear behind me.
Interesting.
She's like, who's the man behind you? And I was single at the time, very single. And I was like, sadly, Mom, there is no man behind me.
I know.
There's no man behind me.
How does he look? Is he hot?
Yeah, he's very attractive.
Is he attractive?
Very attractive. So the man turns into a bear. There's a bear protecting me. And so then I started seeing bears. Again,
Did she explain the man to you?
She just said, there's a man behind you. He's been with you the whole time. He's protecting you.
I wonder who that man is.
Right.
Is it Alex?
Well, okay, so there are a couple different things. So the gentleman that I came to visit here in Montana before I moved here is named Chris, we're going to say Chris Berman. Berman means bear man.
Oh. Okay.
And so he's my catalyst.
Okay.
He was my catalyst to.
I love those.
He was my catalyst to moving here. So bear man. So I think that's part of it.
Okay.
Also the bear. I have seen the bear. It is a spirit guide and it is a protector. I actually have it tattooed on my leg. The bear. But she was seeing a bear behind me. So my mom was seeing behind the veil, and it was a really amazing glimpse to seeing beyond and underneath things. It was wild. So I wrote down everything she would say to me.
That was very wild.
It was so fascinating. And so I knew that death was coming, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. Was I devastated the morning I got the phone call?
Of course.
Absolutely. Crushed. Absolutely crushed. And that was June 28th of that year. So my parents, in between April and June, before she passed, they were in nursing home. They went down super fast, physically, like mentally. They both just went, like, they spiraled downhill. And then she passed, like I said, suddenly. We knew it was going to happen. I thought I had a year. Turns out I only had a month or so. I get the phone call at 7 a.m. one morning. My brother called me, and I just, I don't like to put a lot of medication in my body.
This is for your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, the call for your mom.
Yeah, for my mom. I don't like to put a lot of medication in my body, but I put a Xanax right in my body because it was a really, really
so shocking
difficult, to the system. It was a really shocking phone call. And then my car had some issues, so I needed to get my car into the shop that day. They were so generous, and I was on the road the next day. And then the drive down, I took the 8-hour drive down from New York to Ohio to go, start the process, the logistics of, funeral, everything. And I was euphoric. My mom she showed up very, very brightly, almost immediately right here. This bright. Funny enough, she was in a field of yellow. In a black outfit. She wore black a lot. In a black outfit, jovial, almost, just jovial as could be. And this golden, like, glow. And I was euphoric the entire drive to Ohio. And the euphoria stayed for a couple of days. It was really interesting. And then, everything
it hits you. It hit the human consciousness.
Yeah, he hit and I'll go back a little bit. 24 hours, not even 24 hours, about 12 hours before my mom passed, I was packing, getting ready to do the move. And I have a vision of my brother showing up, and he has my mom with him. And I go,
the brother that passed.
Sorry, yes, the brother that passed. Thank you. My brother Bobby, who passed, shows up in a field surrounded by golden light with my mom. And I was like, what are you two doing together? But then I started crying uncontrollably. And, you have this confusion because it's like, what is, I don't understand what's happening.
Right.
And here he was, obviously, to me the next day, I was like, oh, he's just letting me know that he's got her and that they're together. And Yeah, it was.
That
it was
doesn't
really
make you have goosebumps. I don't know.
It was a field just like this. A
I
golden
know.
field.
I know. And the irony, right? Or the synchronicity of it all. Like, I think the signs are everywhere. And that's one of the things I love about you is you're very awake to the signs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's very awake to the signs. And so
see signs
that's
all the
actually why we are so connected is we will call each other and be like, yeah, we're living in between. What? We're very, how do you explain that? The energy or the knowing or that, or just like needing,
it's a red string, a red string. There's a tie. Yeah. There's a soul family feel. And you and I, we often have the same feelings, sensations.
And we know, we have a knowing, and we'll like call each other and be like, this, there's something coming. But okay, so your mom, so that changed your whole perspective on death.
It changed my whole perspective because then after that, going through the grief, of course, that happens. I don't think that's unavoidable. My human grieved, and she's been with me since then. She's quieter now, maybe because I don't need her as much, but I needed her. I needed her, and she was with me. A golden orb right here, and she would talk to me when I would ask her questions or would talk to her, but she just was with me for a solid 3 days of golden orb right to the, like, I always point to here because that's where she hangs out. My brain.
And
here.
was that like, was your soul just a knowing, or was that an odd experience? Like, did you question yourself about it, or did you just know? Was there a knowing?
It wasn't even, I think I would have questioned the past. No, it was a knowing. Innate knowing. I knew it. And I know all the things that she's showing me, like, are just, yeah, and I call it, there's clairsentience, clairvoyance. I call it it's like a download, right? There's just like, it's implantation almost of what she talks to me about and what she tells me. Again, she doesn't come to me unless I go to her first. And we could get into the other plane. She's on another plane. I mean, they're here.
Yeah, for
they're
sure.
Here.
I agree.
Yeah, they're here. It's energetically very, very different. It's like we're here and there's like another realm, another layer, and it feels like this, it looks like this, but energetically it's very, very different. And she has a job. She has a job to do. I can see her. She doesn't talk about it too much. I've asked her. She's building like a ship, she said. And when I, and she says, not like a ship like you think of. I'm like a spaceship, like a boat. And she's like, not quite like that, but it's like a way to travel. That's
I didn't even know that.
Again, a whole nother podcast.
I feel like we'll have to have another conversation. But I mean, honestly, like, I haven't even told this yet, but I had a dream like 4 months ago that it was just so, it was almost like a near-death experience, and I was taken to a place, and it just changed everything for me in the fact that there are these realms, and I think death can often open those realms or those portals for you when you're really close to someone, and also we grieve death because we're going to miss their human form.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But ultimately, it sounds like you found great growth in her, in her death.
Yeah.
Is that?
Oh, yeah. It's like I said, it's given me a completely different outlook on death. No longer afraid of, because we're not just buried in the ground. Or we go to heaven.
It's just our bodies. We're losing our bodies, not our souls.
No, we're not losing our souls. We move on. We move on. And people talk about like this being the dream, right? The dream that's actually, nothing ends. Your body gives out, but nothing ends. You keep going.
Energy never ends.
Yeah, energy never ends. And and it's like it feels like she's in a form, but it's not like a human form. It's like a light, right? It's like very, I don't know what you've experienced, but it's almost like a light.
Like a star.
Yeah.
For me, it's like a star.
Okay, yeah. She's kind of like a blurry little blobby light. But she's got a job, which is super interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. I never knew.
Yeah,
but it makes sense, because don't you think maybe each soul has a job?
I'm sure.
An authentic job? Like, I mean, we could take that anywhere, but like, what would your job be?
Oh, that's a great question.
If you had a soul job?
if I had I don't know. I thought about that. Yeah.
That one's deep. I don't know. I don't know what
What would you?
I don't like light, I think, or just moving. I don't know. Just moving through the world with an innate joy or light, or just trying to like make sure that I'm like brightening up the world in a way, you know, even though it's fine to be dark too. Like it's all part of the same thing, but I've always been like that, a lighter, you know, like let's. Yeah. But that could also be like, I could just burn it down too.
Cool. Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. That's a very strong question.
I feel like
maybe it evolves.
I think it does evolve because my mom is more like what I would call it as an engineer.
Oh, yeah, because I was going to say, like, what was she when she was here in human form?
She was a nurse.
Well, that's very engineering, though, because you're like managing the human body and all of that.
Right. Yeah. Right. It's really, she's come to me in my dreams. It's a super interesting dynamic too. Then when my dad passed, there's like another layer level.
I want to talk about that too.
Yeah. Another layer, another level.
Could you be a connector? Is your soul journey right now a connector?
I'm a lighthouse.
A community, a lighthouse.
I'm a lighthouse.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I am. Yeah. That's like the best. I'm a beacon.
Yeah.
I'm a beacon of light. I'm a lighthouse. People
see, I relate to that, being a beacon of light. Yeah. That's what I think I was trying to say. Like a beacon of, see, maybe this is why we're here today. We're both beacons of light. Right?
Beacons of light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a beacon of light.
Yeah.
People find me and come into my life. And also I'm like a conduit, right? Like a connector. Mm-hmm. And also I'm serving up a little medicine, apparently. Mm-hmm. Here's what you need. Mm-hmm. Here's your mirror.
Here's your person for now. Let me know what you take from it, right? Yeah. So sorry. You'll get through. You'll get through it. We'll be fine. It will be fine. Just hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I do want to talk about your dad. So one thing I noticed when her dad was ready to pass, when she could feel that her dad was going to be passing, she sent out a group text and just sort of talked about him and if we could all join in energetically in supporting him in his passing. And it really touched me in a wonderful way, because one of my things is that I feel like we don't talk, and we've talked about this but we don't talk about death enough. And we really don't talk about all the magic that happens through death. And just for her to have the awareness that each of us can energetically tune into her dad and help him pass over and encircle him was a really powerful thing. And I'd never witnessed anyone do that. So that was pretty cool.
I could feel him really trying to hang on. Right. And I would ask him, what do you hang on for? And the clear answer was me. I'm hanging on for you. And I was like, I love you. I no longer need you here in this form. You can go. And so it took a long time. And did we have the talk on death before or after?
I can't remember.
I think I might have been before. We had
I think we did.
Okay.
So we were at a gathering, and like, leave it to us. Like, there is no, like, how is the weather? But I was deeply in this thought process of like, why do we not talk about death? Like, I want to know everyone around me that I love. I want to know what you want your death to be. I want to know where you want to go. Do you want to go, what rituals do you want? All the things, like, why are we so scared to talk about death? And I was telling her how, like, I talk about death with some of the people I love and they just like shut me down right away. Like I'm just talking dirty or something. I don't know.
It's a dirty word.
Yeah, it's a dirty word. And I just hit my mic. But so guess, of course, the connector reaches out like a few weeks later and is like, I'm hosting a death talk. And I was like, yes, we could talk about it freely. And it was really quite phenomenal.
It was, because we all had stories. Yeah. We all had stories. Wow. We all had, I mean, there was natural death, there were murders, there was suicide. And that was a really touching, beautiful night. I love that night. Yeah.
I love that night too.
That was beautiful. And then and
it carried with me for so long. Like, it's still with me.
It touched everyone. Everyone, I think it was really well received with everybody. And they needed to talk about it because we don't talk about it.
I know.
Yeah.
So we do like to talk about things people don't like to talk about. Have you noticed? We do.
I don't care about the weather.
Yeah, no. So, yeah. So, so tell us about your dad. So, like, what it took you to a different level of understanding.
Yeah, and then so like you said, I sent out the message like, hey, could you guys help me energetically usher this man to the beyond? It's time for him to go. And my mom, she was silly on this earth, and she is still silly beyond. In my dreams, can I curse?
Yes, you can.
In my dreams, she was showing up. They were both in my dreams, and she'd be like, Bob Carter, get in the goddamn car. Bob Carter, at the end, Bob Carter, get in the fucking car.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to get in. He was like clinging to this lifetime. And it was really great. It was really funny. So I knew it was coming. It was coming. And
it's fascinating why he was clinging. You know, like, I don't think I'll cling.
No, I don't think
maybe I would just for my kids. I don't know, though. Because I try to teach, you know, that I try to teach that I'm just a soul in a body.
Yeah.
And I'll be with all my loved ones forever.
Yeah.
But I do notice, because I have been helping people or standing with people as they jump in between the veils, that there is a fear that happens with some people. And maybe that fear is holding him back.
I think he might have had some fear. Yeah, and then I found out this after the fact, but there was some talk of what my parents believed in, which I didn't really know, right, until after they passed.
Okay,
I'd find letters. And so it was interesting, right, that I think it is. He was worried about me, one, worried about me, and two, like there was a fear of what would happen or what was beyond.
What's coming.
Yeah, and he's still actually having trouble settling in. That's been really fascinating. I can feel it and I can see it, and he comes to me in dreams. They both come to me in dreams. My mom is an engineer, though. She's an engineer, and she's also in charge. She might have been in charge in this life too.
Right?
Honestly,
Maybe
let's be honest. I think she was. But she's in charge, and she's calm and powerful, and she comes to me in these dreams. I have dreams of earthquakes, tsunamis, and she says, just breathe, and just looks at me and just breathe. And like the water will come rushing over us. We're in a car or something, and it'll come rushing over us, and I can breathe in the water.
Interesting.
Yeah, I can breathe in the water.
What does that mean?
I think that's a...
What is that?
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
My mom's always like, everything doesn't mean everything. I'm like, yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
It means something.
I believe it. It does mean something.
Yeah,
right?
it means something. Like, what is that? Like, I want to know more.
So she comes to me. And so my dad doesn't come to me quite like her. He still comes to me in my dreams, but he seems unsettled. Now, looking at his deceased body, there was a calm, right? There was this like peaceful calm that had settled over him. And
energetically?
Yeah. It was a peaceful calm, which I was really happy for, because my dad had he just had some like PTSD about some things in life, and one of them was being in a war, and he carried that through.
Because he fought in a war?
He fought, in the Korean War, and he really carried that through to the point we weren't allowed to eat rice.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like,
why?
He didn't want anything
to do with rice?
Because that's probably what he ate all the time when he was in Korea. I was like, I don't know what I don't understand.
Interesting.
So he still needs to settle in, but my mom is in charge, and it's really amazing, and it's so wonderful, and she's just so calm. She's so calm, and I get to visit with her. I get to visit with her in my dreams, and I get to talk to her. I wish that I could do this with my brother, but I don't have that. As close as we were on this planet, we don't have that connection. Like, I don't see him. It's almost like he had another job to do, like really important job, and it was like swiftly taken away.
Yeah, some people some souls just literally just are pretty, they're gone most of the time.
Yeah, and now and my sister-in-law and I have talked about this. So my sister-in-law would have been his first wife, the mother of my two nieces who I'm really close with. So Vicky and I talk about this a lot, and he shows up for her. He shows up for her a lot, and she said when my mom died, she actually tried to tap into her energy, and she said, "Oh no, she's with Emmy." That's what they call me. She's with Emmy. She needs to be with Emmy. And so she felt like maybe after the person dies, they kind of are with the person who needs them the most, and so maybe Vicky needs my brother the most.
Interesting. Yeah,
it's really interesting. I don't have that connect. He doesn't come to me in dreams. I don't sense him, which is so wild. It was like I was very sad about it, actually, because I wanted that. Because he again was my person, another one of my people. Yeah, but with my parents, they show up all the time, and my mom, just like nothing.
I love that story. And so ultimately, what is death like now? What is death to you? Like when it's not the end. It's a continuation. This body will give out.
This body will give out, and I've told my kids, please cremate me with some glitter.
Yeah,
sprinkle
of course.
Sprinkle me, some places with glitter. But we continue on, and we continue on. There's no end. Yeah. And I don't know exactly. I can't see everything.
Yeah.
I can just see like what my mom is doing, and sense it. Like it's an innate knowing, like we've talked about. It's just I will tell you 100% that's what exists after this. Like there's a whole nother plane of existence. Because I feel it. I know it.
I know it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I would say for people that are getting these signs and you're questioning it or analyzing it, maybe just let that go, and believe the signs and believe.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Have a little faith. I just get stuck on things. I'm sorry.
It is hard, and that does tie in with faith. Is I have faith that that's what is there. And I truly believe that that's what's there. And I got to see it. I got to see it with her passing.
Yeah.
And I feel very blessed to have had those weeks with her leading up to it, to see beyond the veil. Like I'm fascinated writing it down, the things she's saying and seeing, and
Yes.
and how at death. They do say, like your soul family, your family, your ancestors, your passed on loved ones come, to greet you. And she was seeing them. She was seeing them.
Yeah, they say you never pass alone. Like even if you are alone, you're never alone. You have people on the other side, or souls on the other side, or whatever you want to call them. Stars, God, whatever it is that you want to believe.
And I believe it too, where they both passed so peacefully. Like they both, I watched my father, I was on FaceTime, my brother was there, I got to watch him take his last breath, and it was peaceful. And then my mom, they came in to get her for PT at 7:30 in the morning, she was still asleep, and she kind of moaned a little bit, and they said, okay, we'll come back and get you. Half an hour later, they came back, and she just had slipped, and she just had her arms crossed. That's how she slept. I know.
That's perfect. Now I want to do that. Now that's my story.
I want to slip into the oblivion. Yeah, she just had her arms crossed. They both passed so peacefully. I wish that for everybody.
And
so peacefully.
What was your idea of death before those experiences with your parents?
Scared. I was scared. Yeah, well, and also my brother's passing wasn't peaceful. It was peaceful and frightening. And so I was scared of the way I was going to die, scared of what was going to happen. Is it just ends? Is it black? Does it go black? And then there's nothing else? That's scary. That was so frightening. And it makes me think now, being a mom, I was like, oh my gosh, what will my kids do? And how will they get along? And it was I was frightened of it. Yeah, for a long time. Until, I think with my brother passing, it started to ease up. And then with my mom, it was just a whole instantaneous, it's not scary at all. It's not scary at all. Yeah, it's actually beautiful. Yeah.
Then what do you think, to even go deeper, then what do you think, because we're saying the energy lasts forever and nothing ever dies, then what is this component, this human experience component?
Oh, I'm all over the place on it, right?
Me too.
Yeah, we have periods and phases that I've been through, sitting on that corner of the sofa, reading the books and thinking, and it's like, oh, I'm here to learn lessons. I'm here to do this. There's so many different stages and phases that we go through. I still am not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure.
I know.
I don't know, people are like, oh, this is a dream, this is the dream, and that's, the quote unquote reality.
Right.
I don't know. I do believe we signed up for this.
I do too.
I fully believe that I signed up for this. All of the lessons and the tumultuous roller coaster that I've been on, I truly believe that I'm here to learn those things. Do I believe it's like a school? No, I don't think so. I don't really know. I don't have an answer for that. I'm not entirely sure. Do you? Do you know? I
don't know. I don't have the answer, but I do the thing where I'm at today, because I change every day. Okay. And my thought today is we're literally here to remember our authentic soul. Yeah. And just be it. Yeah. And be free to be it, and let go of all the illusions that we cannot be authentic. Yeah. I think that's sort of why I love you, and I think being authentic is sort of being a lighthouse on planet Earth.
Yeah. I know. And it's funny, speaking of authenticity, on the way here I had imposter syndrome. I'm like, who am I to talk about any of these things? Who am I? You're right. Who am I? I don't know anything.
You're my soul. I love you. Like you're my soul sister. That's why you're here.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
And it's, that's a fleeting moment. But I also, and that's, the authenticity, well, that just has come with age, and it's been a beautiful thing. Like, I feel so good. And you do bring in who needs to find you. We're so afraid growing up. We need to be polished and perfect. And man, no, I'm just showing up these days, and it feels so good to be so free. And also it's bringing in those who,
are also like that.
And
or need to be inspired.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And need to be inspired. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of younger friends, and it's definitely, it feels inspiring, and also I know it's inspiring because I get those messages a lot. It's really, that's a beautiful thing. It feels so good. Yeah. To know that, like, they're looking. I was like, oh, that's wild. I wish I'd had someone.
Yeah.
Maybe I did, but I didn't have anyone 20 years older to, like, who I was friends with.
Well, and I also think that, sort of changing the development of, like, you don't have to be 50 and authentic, like,
right, no.
Hopefully, hopefully you can be 20 and feel authentic, and we just need to sort of drop all this illusion, right? There's so many illusions that we get lost in, and then we're not living authentically our dreams. And maybe, could it be that we're just literally here to live our authentic dreams?
Right. Yeah. Yes. And how simple is that?
I don't know.
Yeah. How simple.
I don't know.
It's not about all these lessons.
Yeah, I know. Like, what if it's not? What if it's not? Like, maybe that's the lesson.
Yeah.
Because maybe if you're not living authentically your soul, you have more lessons because you're not you're not living.
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
It could be.
I don't know.
Oh, you're not going to show up authentically? Let me serve you a little of this.
Yeah.
Here's this. Have some of this. It tastes good. Yeah.
I mean, like, literally, we could go on forever, and I'll probably have to have her back, but
there's a lot.
Welcome to The Good with Theresa G. I'm back. We're back. It's all about just soul and authenticity and remembering. And as you can see, we don't really talk about the weather, but we have really fascinating conversations in the field and in the wild.
Yeah.
And thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's been beautiful. Thank you.
It was amazing. And if you want to find her, she's wild with them on Instagram.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.